Welcome back, truth seeker. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the Amtrak train crash just south of Seattle, Washington, December 18th, 2017? As I pointed out this morning, the number on the train that crashed was number 181. Special number. That's the 42nd prime number. Washington's the 42nd state. Well, check this out. The section of track where an Amtrak train derailed had just been upgraded as part of a $181 million project for a new, faster route. Sound Transit, the public transit system for the Seattle area, owns the track and oversaw the construction of the upgrades. Again, this kind of stuff happens all the time if you pay attention to mainstream media reporting. Numbers are put before your face because they're part of the ritualistic nature of these stories. This is not the first manufactured train crash. The people who control this nation, who always have, who established this society, which are a gang of Freemasons, they have the motto, order out of chaos. Create the problem, provide the solution. And if you turn on the news, the solution is there needs to be more money for Amtrak. It's not funded enough, so they cut corners, and it makes passengers unsafe. Now, that said, here in the U.S., our trains really are underfunded. And technologically, they're decades behind other societies. We don't have many high-speed trains. There's not a lot of money in our trains. Even still, what happened today was done on purpose for this narrative. We're probably going to see eventually more money go to the, resource of train tracks and faster trains. And this is the way they do it, though. They have to create these rituals that are memorable to inconvenience people. They have just shut down the most important freeway on the West Coast that connects Canada to Mexico. There's so many people that travel every day through this region of freeway. And what's funny is I was almost one of those people on the freeway today. My mom needs me to come down there, something important. I ended up sending it to her through the mail. She didn't want me to send it through the mail because it was important, but I said, how often does mail really get lost? Anyway, the package already made it there. I sent it Friday. I could have been driving down there today. I could have been stuck in this, And so many people have been inconvenienced. I could have been another one of them. They're saying this is going to take 2 days to undo. And the thing to understand is this was done on purpose. We are inconvenienced on purpose every single day. I just explained this yesterday that the mysterious fire in Atlanta was no mystery. It came 10 days after a drill of a fire at the Atlanta airport. It's ritual. It's order out of chaos. It's insanity. So something else I noticed, they've been saying 78 people were on the train. I keep hearing that on the news. Notice it was Sound Transit that got the money for this project. I would bet you nobody was on this train. I could be wrong about that, but I'd be willing to make a wager on it. It's going to be hard for any of us to prove it, but I would be willing to bet, if I could prove it, that no one was on the train other than the engineer. And hey, even at this day and age, you can do things through remote control, through computers. It's possible that nobody was on this train. I think they ran an empty train off the track at too high of a rate of a speed at this exact point on the track where it was funded just for this narrative. If you're watching the news, they're saying the Washington governor has been completely concerned about this stretch of track that goes over the freeway where this happened on the first inaugural run of this route with the train. Supposedly this is the first time passengers were on a train and it went over. If people really were on the train, it makes it all the more worse. It means they purposefully knocked these people off the train. But more than likely, no one was on the train. By having no one on the train, it makes for less of an investigation. Now you don't have 78 families that are looking for answers to the truth. So anyway, if there is a family out there and you know that people are on the train, you get in contact with me and you go to your government and you expose this information, this knowledge about what's really going on in the world, like I have since 2013. This stuff goes on every day. Anyway, Sound Transit, 78. 78 people on the train, Sound Transit project. Remember what else is going on. Jesuit, 78. Scottish Rite, 78. Why does that matter? Yesterday was the Pope's birthday. Atlanta's the major Jesuit city where the fire happened. The number 181, again, we got train number 181. We got a $181 million project. 181's the 42nd prime number. Washington's the 42nd state. Freemason equals 42, so does Jesuit. The Jesuits are the Freemasons within the Catholic Church. They said this train was traveling 81 miles per hour. Yesterday, the Jesuit Pope turned 81, the day of the Atlanta fire. Ritual has gematria of 81 forwards and backwards. And here's your Pope Francis, the soft-spoken con man, before he was the Pope, doing the Freemason hidden hand pose. Freemasonry, secret society, holding things back, large and in charge. The New World Order, if you know that term, it's a Masonic world order. The heart of it is the Catholic Church. That's why Washington, D.C., where the federal government is, was once the Catholic colony. That's why D.C. sits between Virginia and Maryland, Virgin Mary. So, most people, they'll never be able to accept this. My mom called me this morning after I'd already covered it and put out a couple videos. She goes, "Did you hear the news about the train crash up by your house?" I said, "Of course I did." And I said, "And like usual, this is the work of our own government." My mom goes, "Why would they crash a train?" My mom understands 9/11 and why that was done, but she can't understand why they'd crash a train. I said, the same reason they do 9/11. It's all part of their agenda. They probably want more money for Amtrak. They want to remind people, we need more money, we need more taxes. They're probably going to toll all of I-5. Just watch. They tolled the freeways that go around I-5 up here, the ulterior freeways. I've been saying it. How long until the tolls are on I-5? Just watch. It's probably not that many years away until there's tolls on I-5, more tax revenue. They'll say it's for Amtrak. They'll say it's for the local trains. It's for Sound Transit, which runs the buses and everything else. This is the way it works. Order out of chaos, by the numbers, I knew right away when I saw that 181 what was going on. Then you find out hours later, this reporting. See? So, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker, until next time.